This is We're Gonna Make You Watch.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of We're Gonna Make You Watch. I am Brian. With me, as always, are my good friends Isaiah and my soon-to-be ex-best friend Warren, because eventually he's gonna get sick of us.
I feel like every week you should come up with a greater term to say how good of a friend I am.
Yeah,
Like every week, I should go from my good friend to my great friend to my gallant friend to just keep it going.
Well, we got to keep laying it on super thick.
Okay, see, but
you coming back.
Don't.
So we just made Warren watch Krampus because it's the holiday season. Are you still feeling jolly, Isaiah? Are you still feeling jolly?
I'm still feeling pretty damn jolly right now.
Warren, you feeling jolly?
What? No.
I'm not really in control of much of my emotions right now. This was pretty mild, though.
It was.
This one was pretty dang mild.
This was like below mild. This was
this was
in comparison to the other ones that we've watched thus far. I think this was pretty much a walk in the park. It was pretty,
absolutely.
Like the reactions were kind of mild. Not to say that it's not going to be a funny video, but it's like in comparison, it's definitely a lot different than the last few weeks for sure. So
back when we said we need to give him an easy one.
Oh man,
that we should have thought along these lines.
yeah.
Because this was obviously, but it fit our month.
Yep.
You know, we wanted to do a couple of holiday themed horror movies. Of course, it's now the beginning of January when this will drop. It's not even Thanksgiving yet when we're recording this, but that's how far ahead we are. Yeah, staying ahead of the game. It's making things honestly, well, because Isaiah is putting in a lot of work doing the editing, the video editing processes and things like that. I edit and I knock out the audio portions of the episodes.
Mm-hmm.
But Isaiah's work is definitely more intense than what I'm doing. So this is helping you out a lot.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And
I mean, keeping us ahead of the game is going to keep me sane, basically.
Yeah. Well, and especially because here in the next month, you've got a big life event coming up that we're all really excited and really happy for you. You're getting married.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just three short weeks away from that. So
yeah, good stuff, man.
Whew.
Oh,
second time's the charm.
Well, hey, you don't, I'm looking for an analogy. Nobody jumps on the bike and just masters it.
Exactly. That, like, the first one was my practice run. This is my actual run at this. So
yeah, there you go. Now that's not to say that not all first marriages work, because some of them do.
Right. Exactly. Mine
Warren,
just
who was on his first marriage. Warren's like, my first marriage is great, and I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about.
I said, I'm no handlebars right now. What are we talking about here?
He don't even have a bike anymore. He's on a fucking
I'm just levitating off the ground, man.
he's got a hoverboard. So, well, what have you guys been up to the past couple of weeks? Isaiah, what you got going on in your life, man?
I mean, coming down to the crunch time here, we've been spending a lot of time getting final stuff ready. We had our final meeting for the with the wedding coordinator and whatnot, which that's a story in itself, because we've gone through 3 wedding coordinators now.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Since we booked this place. The first one ended up leaving like a couple weeks after we booked with her and got everything set up through her. And we had this other chick that we've been working with for the last year and a half with the venue. And all of a sudden, 2 weeks ago, I think, gone. And we've been working with this other guy who's kind of in charge of everything, which he's been great. He's been kind of reassured us that he's going to be there on the wedding day and make sure everything's taken care of. So that's kind of helped us out a lot, because I mean, when you're dumping as much money as we're dumping into this day, you want to be reassured, especially when 2 other people have just up and left you basically high and dry.
Just abandoned you.
Pretty much.
Wow.
Pretty much. So that's been a stress for sure. But I mean, other than that, we've been getting into the holiday spirit. Coming off of Halloween, we went and saw the new Thanksgiving movie that dropped because obviously.
Yes. That's what I wanted to hear. What are your thoughts?
Well, number one, without giving too much away, it's my new favorite Eli Roth movie.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
And number 2, it's probably my new favorite Thanksgiving themed movie. So, opening is batshit crazy.
Awesome.
I'll just leave it at that. And the whole movie, it makes you squirm. It made me squirm a few times, which tells you a lot. So,
well, that's kind of apropos for most of his movies.
Yep.
He likes to push the envelope when it comes to like making you feel uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the things that I respect about him as a filmmaker. I will say that most of his movies are misses for me, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
Same.
Because you're a huge Eli Roth guy. This guy who never saw Krampus has seen every Eli Roth.
They're usually misses for me too.
Yeah. There is one you might have seen, but I doubt it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
well, I'm sure I'll see this one.
Yeah, eventually. Yeah, you'll see it. But yeah, it looks badass. Well, that's good. That's good. That's high praise.
And
I like that.
Yeah, so we got to see an advanced screening of that. That was a lot of fun. Yeah. And we're planning on going to see it again here, hopefully before it leaves theaters again. But just with everything with being so busy, that's just making it a little bit harder to do. But beyond that, I mean, it's been a lot of just getting stuff ready for the wedding. Honestly, I haven't gotten to sit down and watch a bunch of the movies that I normally watch to get ready for the holiday season, which I mean, that's fine. Once the wedding's done and over with, then I can hit it hard with the movie watching. So, but I mean, beyond that, not a whole lot else going on. So that's obviously that's the biggest thing. So
yeah, well, that's good stuff. Warren, what you been up to the past couple of weeks? I mean, I know what you've been up to mostly because we see each other about every other day. But our listeners have no fucking idea what you're going on. So,
and I'm kind of boring. I don't even think I could tell you what I've been doing the past few deals. Just been kind of hanging out, working, living life. Kind of
our contract's done. Our contract got settled.
Contract's been ratified. Raises are incoming. Money, baby.
Yeah, money. Whoop, 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 whoop.
But really, I've just been trying to figure out, I guess, what I'm going to do with my life when Destiny's over, because that ship is kind of starting to sink.
Whoa, wait, really? Like, is Destiny 2 coming to an end?
There's a lot of shit going on with that company right now.
Yeah, it's not that Destiny itself, the game is over or going to be over, but Bungie is in a really weird spot right now. They just had like a massive layoff.
Oh, that's terrible.
Which was kind of weird because when they got acquired by Sony, they said there wouldn't be any massive layoffs, like that a lot of their people were going to be safe, and then they weren't safe. And so it created a lot of controversy, especially with the state of the game and where it's at right now.
Yep.
And so on top of that, I think it got nominated for something at the Game Awards, and everyone's like mad about that because of the layoff, which has nothing to do with what it got nominated for. Like it does, because obviously I would assume the people.
It would have something to do if they got nominated for Best Workplace Environment. And of course, that's not an award you can win at the Video Game Awards necessarily.
No. But I mean, obviously, somebody that perhaps worked on what they were nominated for probably got let go. And so people are just like, hey, this company's not really hot right now. Why are we rewarding them for kind of...
I can understand the backlash.
I get it too, but I also don't care because It has nothing to do with the game. Like
Right.
if it got nominated for best sound design, like I don't care what's
Mhm.
happening outside of that. The game sounds amazing, right? Like that's the whole point. Um, but yeah, so like I've been just trying to figure out, okay, well, what am I gonna do? Because this game, I've given 10 years of my life to
Yep.
this game, which
Yeah.
is essentially how me and you met.
That is, I mean, that's
Um,
not exactly how we met, but that's how we became best friends easily.
right. Well, our job is how we met.
Yeah.
Gaming is what
Yeah,
brought us
yeah.
together
Absolutely.
forever. But it's funny because we talk about that 10 years of my life, and like I just had my 10-year anniversary at Ford.
Yeah, yeah, you did.
So it really puts into context how long uh I've been playing this game,
Yeah, it's wild when you think about it like that.
and so like obviously I'll stick around for the final shape and see what that's doing, because that's supposed to be the conclusion of the Light and Dark saga. And then if it doesn't really rejuvenate or revitalize the game with that drop, I'll probably be done.
Damn.
So
That's crazy though.
Yep.
You know, I guess at the end of the day, all good things must come to an end eventually. So,
Right.
yeah.
you know, it's just one of it can't go on forever. Unless you Grand Theft Auto 5, whatever. But
Well, they
Right,
announced
yeah,
Grand Theft Auto 6 though.
yeah, they did finally. But
Yeah.
it doesn't matter because everybody is still playing GTA 5.
Because GTA 6 is not out yet.
But that's not why they're still playing it. They're still playing it because it's a good game.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying, like, once GTA 6 comes out, then they'll be playing
yeah.
GTA 6.
Well, then when GTA 5 is finally discounted to it, there'll still be a whole bunch of people playing GTA 5 because it's only $29.99 and GTA 6 is fucking $79.99 because games are getting more and more expensive these days.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is this some young guy at work was talking about how he spent like $130 on Payday, the new Payday. Which
That's
Payday is
fucking
it?
nuts. 3, yeah.
Yeah, he bought like the collector's edition. And I said, well, how much was the base game? And he was like, well, it was like 80. I was like, for the base game? And he said, yeah. $80 fucking dollars for a game? You know how many good computer indie games you can buy for 80? Like 80
Yep.
games.
That's
You
true.
get like 80 games for $80 on PC. That's like,
Some of those games are going to be packaged together.
yeah, exactly.
$5 for 6 games.
Yeah. God. Yeah, that's I can't fathom paying that much. But then of course I'm coming from I'm the asshole that pays $15 a month just to play Elder Scrolls Online. So you break that break that $80 up into payments, and you got me. So but yeah, I haven't been doing too much either. I want to go see some movies, but I haven't.
Oh, I went and saw the Marvels.
Oh, is that good?
It's good. It's solid.
Good
It's
deal.
not-
It's not doing well, but
because it shouldn't, but it's
oh,
like it's not like it doesn't blow you. It's a typical for what they've been doing here lately.
okay.
Like it's not blowing you away. It was kind of fun. Like there was some fun stuff in it. Also
Okay.
a lot of cringe stuff in it.
Yeah, I heard some of the comedy really misses in this movie.
It's very bad.
Okay, that sucks.
But I think some of the things that it was trying to set up could be really, really fun to dive into. So
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, because I read some of the reviews and I was like, I feel like some of these people are being a little overly harsh on this because I wanted it to be really big, really successful because I love Nia DaCosta.
Yeah.
And she made it, and I wanted this to be a huge movie for her to be like, boom, Nia DaCosta has arrived, and because she did such a great job with the Candyman requel. Oh,
Agreed.
so fucking good. That movie's almost a masterpiece.
Yeah, I agree.
Love that
I
movie
had no
so
idea
much.
she was a part of either.
Yeah,
of those.
the director of the Marvels made Candyman the reboot, and she's so fucking good. So I was really hoping that this movie was going to be like a big, huge, hey everybody, Nia's arrived kind of thing. And she's still talented. I'm sure that there's reasons that the movie isn't quite hitting the mark on some people, but I'll still watch it. I just won't go to the movie theater and watch it because I'm very selective about the movies that I see lately. I want to go see It's a Wonderful Knife.
Yeah, I do want to see that.
I want to see that. I want to see Thanksgiving, and I might go see Thanksgiving maybe tomorrow if I ain't got anything going on. And then I gotta find where It's a Wonderful Knife is playing in Kansas City. I haven't even looked, but
I haven't
it's not
seen
playing
it
very many
anywhere.
places.
Yeah, I haven't seen it anywhere near me at all. So
Yeah, it's like a very limited release, but you put Justin Long in a movie, and I'm gonna watch it.
Same,
Because he's
same.
funny. Yeah, he's very funny. Have you seen the previews for It's a Wonderful Knife, Warren?
No, I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
Okay, it's basically. Have you ever seen? You've seen the movie It's a Wonderful Life, right? Classic Christmas film. Jimmy, yeah, surely you've seen that.
No.
Oh, okay, so I watched that too. Wow, that's a classic. Guy basically says things would be better off, or the world would be a better place if I'd never been born. And then an angel shows him what life would be like without his impact in it, and how different and how much he's affected people's lives.
Oh, okay.
The same thing happens to this girl, because at the beginning of this movie, this girl stops a serial killer from running rampant through her town. But a year later, her life is so miserable that she says the same thing. She's like, well, this world would be better off without me. So it's showing her what the world would look like if she has never been born and she had never saved this town from this serial
that guy
killer's
was just
rampage.
running rampant, huh?
Yeah. So yeah, it's but apparently it's like a slasher comedy kind of thing. I think it's written by the guy that wrote the movie Freaky.
I think
With
so.
Vince Vaughn?
Yeah. I think that's what I remember seeing.
Yes, and I like Freaky a lot.
Yep.
So yeah, I want to see It's a Wonderful Knife, and the fact that there isn't a double feature of Thanksgiving and It's a Wonderful Knife right now is a fucking tragedy.
Right?
So y'all movie theater owners need to get on that shit. Okay, a double feature, Thanksgiving, It's a Wonderful Knife, boom. Right? How fucking cool would that be? At least for us, Warren would be like, I'd be staying the fuck away from that shit until you guys make me go.
I don't even know if you could pay me to go.
Yeah, we can. We ain't paying you for this. You kidding me?
Yeah, but I get to do this in the comfort of my home, and I can hang up at any moment.
That is true. That is true.
All right. That is what we've got going on. Thank you guys so much for all the listens and all the support. You guys have been awesome, and we appreciate you. Make sure you follow us on all the social platforms that we're on, which is basically just X and YouTube. So there you go, done. We made Warren watch Krampus, and compared to everything else, this was totally a walk in the park for you, right, buddy?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I think I could argue I was even a little bit bored.
Yeah, well, you did fall asleep.
I was fine. I was fine.
We have video
evidence says otherwise.
That says
I was
otherwise.
fine. And I also have video evidence listening to you guys.
Yeah, you know.
So I think Warren is asleep, and Isaiah goes, "Oh my God!" I was like, "I'll just sit here as long." When this is happening, I'm watching them walk through the room, and I'm like, "My eyes are open. I guess they can't see them." So I said, "I'll just sit here and see how long before they just stop the recording, and then we have to start all the way the fuck over."
Well, due to the power of clever editing, you will definitely have fallen asleep in this movie. So okay. What were your initial thoughts though? What did you think of the movie? Did you like it?
No.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
and not even from the horror aspect of it. I just don't think it was very entertaining.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
This is kind of a first because you've actually kind of enjoyed most everything else that we've thrown at you.
Yeah, it was kind of like, I get the story it was trying to tell, which was like, be appreciative of the family that you have, kind of thing, and there are consequences for wanting things to be different, if you will. And then, like, obviously the big twist at the end where they were all like trapped in the globe. But he got what he wanted. He got Christmas
Yeah.
how he wanted. But I would assume he was just stuck in that moment forever.
Probably. Yep.
Along with all the other people that have done that in the past.
Of which there were plenty.
Clearly, as he had a collection of snow globes.
Yep.
But yeah, it just was kind of there.
Okay, that's
if
fair.
you will. Like, it was just like, hey, we made a Christmas horror film. Here it is. I don't know.
The-
It just didn't really get me. It didn't drive
Hey,
me.
it didn't hit with you, and that's fine. It didn't hit
Yeah.
with it didn't hit with everybody.
It was kind of disappointing.
Okay.
But you know what? I think that one of the reasons why would be because of in the manner that I'm consuming the content. Whereas I just went from like really, really good or like the golden children of horror films to like
Mhm.
a really, really scary found footage film to another decent one that was at least fun and entertaining and probably scary to this all in the span of a few months. So it was like you were hitting me with like banger after banger after banger after banger. And then it was like, here's something that's just kind of more mild. And then you're like, oh, all right. Well, when's the fun start? Like, when do the
That's
the
fair.
That's
crazy
very
things
fair.
start happening?
Yeah. Well, that's very fair. They're not always going to be bangers, of course.
Right.
You know,
There were
not
some
every horror
moments.
movie, not every horror movie is good.
Right.
I enjoy this movie myself, but you know what? You're kind of right in there with a lot of people because when you look at the scores on this film, we're only talking about a movie that has a 51% audience score.
Mhm.
So there's a lot of people that really that this movie didn't work for. It's as far as critics go, it's got a 66% approval rating on the old Rotten Tomato meter. But yeah, this was directed and written by Michael Dougherty, who wrote the amazing and underrated and underappreciated, even by the studio. He wrote and directed the anthology movie Trick or Treat, which there's a really cute little trick or treat Easter egg in this that I pointed out to Isaiah, and he already knew about it too. But this has got horror's greatest mother in the history of cinema. Toni Collette is amazing in everything she does.
I fucking love Toni Collette.
I love Toni Collette. She's a horror royalty in my opinion.
Yeah.
she's fucking amazing. But and then she's just good at period.
Oh yeah.
You've seen the movie Knives Out, right, Warren?
Yes.
Yeah, she plays in Knives Out. She plays the kooky mom of the girl that's going to college, the one that she was embezzling the college tuition from the guy. That's Toni Collette, and
Gotcha.
she's fucking amazing. And she's good in this too. Adam Scott, I love Adam Scott, and he's in this.
Yep.
But I kind of had a feeling that this movie wasn't necessarily hitting with you. But I did see you come to life when like the toys and the gingerbread men started.
Yeah, that was where, like I said, there were some moments that it didn't go completely bad. It just some moments were like, oh, okay, and then some of it was like, wait till the next part. I guess we'll wait till the next time someone's about to get taken away.
Yeah, I was kind of getting that feeling too, because like when it kind of started, everything was kind of quiet for a little while. I'm like, this might not hit like it normally does.
Right. Yeah. Well, it wasn't the typical horror movie that we've been showing him at all. I mean, because when it comes to like the typical horror movies that we watch, there's a scary moment at the beginning of the movie, and then it gets into it. And what do we get at the beginning of this movie but a Black Friday montage of madness? And so it really kind of sets the tone, because this is very much a comedy. It's a horror comedy. This is the first horror comedy we've watched on this podcast. Right?
Yep.
I mean, Freddy's funny, but he ain't that fucking funny. At least not in the first nightmare.
No, not in the first one.
No.
And maybe that was part of the issue because I didn't go in expecting that or understanding that.
Maybe
That could be
So-
true. Yeah.
that could be true. Yeah, we didn't really set you up, but I think that's kind of the point.
Right. No,
So,
because you kind of let it land how it's supposed to land.
right.
But even then, like it was hard for me to take the antagonist seriously, if you will.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
Krampus, I'm like, oh, okay. Like like they tried to make him look intimidating, but he just was kind of there to me.
That's a common opinion amongst people that watch this movie is they don't like the way Krampus looked. I hear
wasn't-
that pretty regularly.
It wasn't like it just seemed like they tried to do Santa with like what we typically would make the devil look like. Horns, hooves, and a scary face.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, so you just gave me Devil Santa. Like
I'm
like,
not
come on.
necessarily in love with his look either, but I don't
Yeah.
hate it. I'm kind of neutral on it. But this is a movie I like. I think it's pretty fucking funny because that family is absolutely the worst
Yep.
people placed. That David Koechner who's wonderful in this. I think I'm probably butchering his last name because I have a history of doing that. Him and his family are so perfectly, wonderfully irritating and awful in this movie, and they just raid this home and disrespect the fuck out of everybody in it. And yeah, it's you do understand why little Max is feeling a certain way about the holidays right now. Isaiah, you like this movie, right?
Oh, for sure. It's one I watch every year.
Yeah.
Now, at the same time, is it my favorite Christmas movie? No. It's kind of in the middle for me, but at the same time, it's one I really, really enjoy and make sure I watch every year. Now, kind of contrast to that, one I actually prefer more than this, which is a little more unknown, is A Christmas Horror Story, which is kind of an anthology one. And it's got William Shatner just getting plastered, playing a DJ, which is fucking hilarious. But that's kind of more of a more serious take on Krampus, because you have Krampus going up against Santa. They've got a big ass battle at the North Pole, which is fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's
and
pretty
Santa's
rad.
a badass. I mean, Santa's straight up a badass in this movie. So, that's one I enjoy more than this one. But I love the mix of comedy and horror with this one, and it's definitely, even though we watched the naughty cut of this one, which is supposed to be, more R-rated and whatnot, it's still, even with like the kills and stuff, it's still fairly tame, in comparison.
It really is.
So this is a good, I think, gateway horror movie to kind of get into things for something for the holidays. So
yeah, there you go. I like it. Yeah, well put. Yeah, this is one I watch every year around Christmas time. So, favorite kill? What's your favorite kill?
I guess
Either
in the
one.
attic when they finally showed us what was kind of going on, and there was just a kid being swallowed by a music box.
That's so awesome.
I was like, all right, I guess that's my favorite kill, because why not?
All you see is his feet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Her feet get sucked in. Yeah, that's my favorite kill. Of course, I think that's probably really the only one you see anyway.
yeah.
I mean, there's the one with
Everybody
the
else is
gingerbread and
driving off.
the pulling the kid up through the chimney. I
He was
assume there was
fishing.
I would assume there was some devouring going on there.
Right.
But yeah,
All right. That's anything, Isaiah? You got anything you want to add?
Mine's probably on Dorothy going out the window.
Yeah, getting yeeted.
That one's
Getting
pretty
fucking
good.
straight yeeted. Yeah, I like the setup of this movie. I think it's pretty
Yeah.
cool. I like the transition from right after he kind of makes that wish. shit just gets dark as fuck.
Yeah, that was
The
crazy.
town turns into an absolute wasteland.
Yep.
Their neighborhood is just completely frozen over, and all the fucking creepy ass snowmen start showing up out of nowhere. I like it. I want to make a fucking snowman that looks like that. That's badass.
Right.
It's a badass looking snowman.
So since the grandma did the same thing he did,
Mm-hmm.
were they just living their life in a globe, and now they live in a globe inside the globe?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
See, I think grandma the first time didn't get trapped in that because she never.
Oh, that's right, because he winked at her and walked away.
She never gave the gift back to him. She kept hers, and she accepted her fate because her family was taken away and never came back. And now he gave his gift back to Krampus, so he's stuck with his family, and I guess this moment for eternity. I guess. That's kind of my takeaway from it. Anyway,
okay. See, well, if again, that's why she's my least favorite, because she could at least told him, "Hey, don't give the gift back," so you can at least still.
Is it really that bad though?
Yeah, if I gotta wake up every day,
Christmas morning, every day,
listen to that dude say, "I thought the fairies was gonna take you." I don't want to hear that for the rest of my life. Like, I'm tired.
Hey, Maxi Pad.
Yeah, every day.
Those kids sucked. Those kids fucking sucked.
They're fucking horrible.
Sucked. Why anybody would I wouldn't have let them in. I'd have been like, all right, cool, happy holidays, and I'd shut the fucking door right in front of their face. Like, no, y'all ain't coming into my house. So, see, that's the thing. It's like I'm a firm believer that just because y'all are family doesn't mean you need to stay attached.
Exactly.
All right, you do not. I don't give a shit about that. Family's fine and all, but if they're that awful, it's okay to say goodbye.
Right.
Yeah.
This is Holly Jolly message brought to you by We're Gonna Make You Watch podcast. If family sucks, kick them out.
Fuck them.
Fuck them.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, folks. Have a holly jolly. So, Warren, you got anything you want to add?
No, I'm ready to bounce back from this one.
Right.
I'm sure you guys.
We got a banger.
Yeah, you want to tell them what we're gonna make them watch, brother?
Yes. This one was a little more mellow, but in the next episode, we're gonna make you watch John Carpenter's The Thing.
Yeah. We decided to stick with the winter format, the winter theme, and all that good stuff. And it don't get much more winter than Antarctica.
Yep.
Where it's snowing all the time and shit. Warren, have you seen The Thing? It's like, do I really even need to answer this question?
Are we gonna do this every week?
Yes,
we
we
have
are.
to.
Are we gonna do this every week?
We got to make sure you haven't seen it. So
gotta make sure.
Now you think about what happens in that movie, and you tell me if I've seen it.
Okay, you've probably not seen it.
No, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it.
You know, this movie is quite well regarded and is considered quite possibly John Carpenter's greatest movie.
it's my favorite John Carpenter movie, even over Halloween.
I don't argue with anybody that says that, because The Thing is very much a masterpiece. But when it came out, it got absolutely destroyed by the critics and bombed horrifically.
Mm-hmm.
And is now regarded as one of the greatest sci-fi horror movies of all time, quite possibly even better than like Alien. And the movie just fucking tanked when it came out.
Well, it was a myth for me. So,
well, the reason why is because it came out around the same time that another little alien movie came out.
Yep.
Called E.T.
Oh, that was a hit. That was a hit.
E.T. made a couple bucks.
that one landed really strong for me. I didn't enjoy this other one. It was a miss.
I finally watched E.T. I had never seen it.
Oh wow,
man!
Yeah, I went all these years and I never watched it. My mom,
Brian, in the next episode,
We're
we're gonna make you watch.
E.T.'s really good.
Yeah.
Like, I know I'm saying that like it's news because it kind of is to me.
That's
But
wild.
most people had seen it. I had never seen it. I'm 46 years old. I was 45 when I finally watched it. So,
Wow.
I had never seen it, and then I bought it because it was only like $14.99 at a Target,
Okay.
and it was like a 4K steelbook thing. It was on sale, $14.99. I was like,
nice.
oh,
Nice.
cool, I'll buy that. I've been meaning to watch this anyway. You know? But yeah, mid 40s, and I finally watched fucking E.T. And pretty damn good movie. Not gonna lie. I think I like The Thing more. But that's just because The Thing is probably more my speed.
Yep.
So you
But
say.
yeah. So that'll be exciting. Next episode, y'all, we're making Warren watch The Thing.
Zessing.
Fuck yeah, Kurt Russell.
Keith
Who else we got?
David.
Wilford Brimley, Keith David. Yeah.
Ooh, I like Keith David.
Yeah. Not to be
A
confused with
young
David
Keith David.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Do what? Wait,
I
what'd you say?
I said a young Keith David.
Yeah, young Keith David. Yeah. Now was it? This movie came out before They Live, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he did this before They Live. What else? Who else? There's a lot. There's a good cast.
Yeah, it's a
The
very,
Thing.
very good cast.
It's kind of stacked.
Isn't Adrienne Barbeau the computer voice too? I think.
I think so. Yeah, I think yeah, and that's the only female voice in the entire movie because it's all men, it's all male cast. Then they made a prequel movie,
which I actually really do like that.
I like it too, but the fucking visuals are awful. The effects are so bad because they did all CGI, and you can just tell that it's ugh. But we'll probably make you watch that at some point too, Warren. So all right, cool. Thank you guys so much for jumping in here and hanging out with us for what, almost maybe 30 minutes or so. And on the next episode, we will talk about Warren's experience with The Thing. You guys take it easy. Have a good one.